Welcome back to another episode of Arnold's Thoughts podcast. Instagram was giving me some problems just now. You know, this modern day technology, you can't never trust it. But today we're going to have a very special guest, one of my old dear friends. We haven't chopped it up in a very long time. I'm waiting for her to get on. Excuse me. She's a friend of mine from back in our Colombian days. Colombia was actually the first place that I actually played. Mexico is where I started my career, but Colombia is where I actually started making a name for myself. We're gonna wait for her to get on the show. She is cold. Let me just let y'all know right now. She's cold, fire. When it comes to playing this game of basketball overseas, she's fire. And hands down. She's always been a killer. I noticed that from a long time ago when I first met and I seen it. You know how you see some basketball players and you be like, yo, no, she can go or he can go. That was definitely her. So we're just gonna wait real quick to see what's going on, see if she taps in with us. I don't know if this Instagram thing tripping right now. See what's going on. Hey.
Hey, hey, what's up? The other side. Let me see. My battery is low, so move.
How you don't got your phone charged? You got
I
interview, you
was,
don't even got
I
your
was
phone
taking a
charged.
nap. I'm sorry. I
Don't worry.
just took a nap.
Don't worry, I'm about to
How
take
you
one after
been?
this. I've been good, man. I've been
I
good.
know, man. We in the same country again.
Again, dang, it's been so long, man. What's up?
I've been great. It's been almost 7 years.
7 years?
You met my mom. Yeah, it's gonna be 7 years next year.
Yeah, I think I was there when your mom was there. Was I there with your
Yeah.
grandma was there too or no?
Uh, I'm not sure, but my mom was a dear. Okay, I'm not gonna say it, but yeah, yeah, might be 7, 8 years ago. Yeah,
Yeah,
since we
man.
met.
Just for a little pretext, we met in Colombia. That's where she's from. Go ahead and introduce yourself. I ain't even introduce you. Go ahead and
Okay,
introduce yourself.
okay. I'm Maria Delgado, and I'm 26 years old by now. I'm a basketball player, a pro basketball player, and I met Arnold when he was playing at my hometown team, the pro team Bucharest. And man, I was at that point like in my life when that year everything changed, and
Mm.
I gotta tell you, you inspire me.
Me?
Most of A lot of players that passed through Bucharest, I
Mm-hmm.
grew up like looking at them and just thinking to myself like, man, I want this life. I want to do
Mm-hmm.
this. I want to do this. And you encouraged me because I was at 18 years old, 19 years old before I go to the States to start my college career.
Mm-hmm.
And you speak to me, and I guess like you you have seen me like my growing.
Yeah, it
So
have. It's been
I'm so
a.
happy that you invite me. I'm so happy that you
Of
text me like,
course.
hey, let's do this.
Of
And
course. Of
we're
course.
here.
Yeah, man. Of course. It's been. I know when the first time I saw you, I was like, "Yo, she's good." Like hands down. You know, I'm like, "Dang, she's good." Everybody knows, like, yeah, that's funny. She's good. She's real good. And just to see how far you've come, we're gonna get into that. I was gonna save that, with your mom and that whole situation. I already know. I remember.
Mhm.
And I can't. We'll get to that later. But first, I want to know what does the 622 means? I see it everywhere. Tell me about that first.
Okay.
That's my first question. What's that about?
Okay. 622 is my brand, my clothes brand, my brand in general.
Mm-hmm.
What it means is number 6 and number 22 has been my numbers for the last for my whole life. Like
Mm-hmm.
number 6 was always my number, but in college they only go from 0 to 5. So when I got to NEO, my first junior college, my first year of college, they assigned me number 22.
Mm-hmm.
So I took it. I mean, I was so amazed by the experience I was living, and I didn't even care about that number. I just took it and I say, that's my new number. How that's gonna be, I take it.
Mm-hmm.
Years later, like on the pandemic, I've been doing this Christmas activity with the childrens for 7 years now,
Mm-hmm.
and where I try to do a Christmas party for 250, 300 kids.
Wow.
I've been doing this for 7 years with friends, with another like foundation that they wanna be part of this, and every year is just getting better and better. So when I was in the pandemic, I say like I wanna do more stuff like this, not only in December.
Right.
I wanna help more kids. I wanna not only for birthday parties and stuff, but I really wanna make an impact on this community. So I just think I need to create like something bigger than myself.
Right.
So I talk about the brand, and I start to create my design and my mission, my vision, all the
Mm.
goals that I wanted to do with it. And it just appeared. Delgado Suarez, it's like this, you know. This is the logo.
Uh-huh.
So I'm gonna explain because Delgado Suarez are my last names.
Yeah, y'all have like four
Um,
names.
so yeah,
Trust me, I
Latinos,
know. Trust me,
Latinos.
I know.
So Delgado, I switched the G for the number 6,
Okay.
and I replaced the S and the C of my
32.
Suarez second last name for 22. So it's
Nice.
easier to remember as 622.
Nice.
That's the logo too, also.
Oh, okay, nice. I've been seeing
And
it, you know.
with the years, like I see these projects now like the thing I like my how you say like I want to keep going with this like after basketball.
Of
I want
course.
it to be like my own,
Your brand. It's
yeah, my
you.
brand, my work after this, my
Your
results
legacy. It's
after
like your legacy.
basketball
It's like your
career.
legacy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that's important for many players when you start off playing. It's like don't only think of basketball just while you're playing, you know, what do you can take from it? Like what legacy, as you could say, that you can create for yourself after the game because there's a lot of players that when they're done, there is nothing else. You know, they don't have
Hmm.
nothing. Like, you know, me guys retire and you don't even know, and they've been playing 10, 15 years, whatever, but they don't create nothing while they're in the game to carry on.
Hmm.
You know, that's why I created this whole podcast, and this is a part of my legacy because for me, I always feel like I went through so much craziness playing basketball myself, you know, starting off in Colombia, man, like that
Hmm.
whole season, that whole, that whole season
I
was,
know things have changed. I know things
yes.
have changed
I'm
from
pretty
here.
sure you know a little bit of here and there of this stuff. You Colombians, I don't know. You cool, but y'all Colombian? I don't know.
Don't even.
I gotta
We
be
cool people.
I gotta be mindful now because my daughter's Colombian. So you know, y'all
Oh
good
no.
people. Y'all good people. Some of y'all. We're gonna leave it like that. We're gonna leave it at that. But yeah, I find it real important to like create something, you know, not just for yourself, but something to give back to other people. Like you say, your foundation. You know, it's not just for the kids, but it's just more to give back. And that's how I feel too. It's like it's all about giving back.
Mhm.
Everything that we do, everything that we go through, you know, it's some form of way we can use that to give back to someone else to help them, you know?
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
What's up, guys? I just dropped my new ebook, 6 Must-Have Steps to Be an Overseas Basketball Player. You know, I've been playing for the last 9 years. I got all the steps and the traits that you need to start your journey with networking, with getting a mentor, all the things that you need to start your journey to be a protege. So go get that ebook, click the link in the bio, and make sure you get your steps to being that overseas pro one day. Let's go.
So you say you're college. What school, like, how did you transition from playing in
Where
Colombia?
I started my college career in a junior college. I went to Northeastern Oklahoma A&M in Miami, Oklahoma. Then I had 2 great years there. Memories
How'd
and
they find
basketball
you?
wise was
How'd they
amazing.
find you?
Well, yeah, that's a good question. I think nobody has asked me before that.
Oh,
It was
see?
like a like a crooked call phone. I don't know how you
Oh,
say it, like un teléfono roto. Let me explain. So some Colombian player that was in the NEO team 2012, 2013, like she contacted Hansel Atencia's mom. You know the point guard of the national team, Hansel?
oh,
Yeah,
the,
you
the
know
light
Hansel?
skin, the light skin
Yeah,
guy. Yeah, yeah.
yeah, the light skin guy, yeah. So this lady contacted me and told me that, hey, you wanted to play. But for the other side, another friend, Colombian friend, Jean Paul Mejia, who was in NEO also, like, also contact me and say, like, hey, you want to play? Like, coach is looking for foreign player. Like, this is the school, it's a small school, but it could be a good opportunity. I say to both of them, like, yes, I'm going. Like, even before asking my mom, like she knew. I was in my second year of school dentist,
Uh-huh.
and I say yes, I'm out,
I'm
I'm
out.
leaving.
I'm out.
Yeah, yeah, I'm out. Like that was my childhood dream. I don't know. Like I always feel inside of me like it was gonna happen.
Hmm.
I didn't know how because it was really hard for women to
Mm.
even a Colombian women to even get visible for an American coach.
Right.
So it was like a crooked phone because like somebody told somebody that people told me that people,
6 degrees of
like I was
separation.
like, yeah, and I know it's a really, it was by the time it was a really big opportunity like for somebody from my country to get that chance.
Hmm.
So my mom knew that also, and I mean, she always supported me
Yeah.
in everything. So I was in my second year of school dentist, and she said, "No, you have to go. Like,
Right.
it's your dream. It might only pass the train one time. Like, you have to leave. Go. I open your wings and go." And she always
Mm.
encouraged me to this dream also, and that's how I get into junior college, into NEO. And then a year later, my mom passed away.
Hmm.
Not even a year later, but at the end of that year, like in April, like before the school
Yeah,
was
I
over.
remember. I reached out to you, didn't
Yeah,
I? I sent you a message during that time. I'm pretty sure I did.
yeah,
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 that
yeah,
was
yeah. I bet you
crazy.
did. Yeah, and then, well, I was there in September. In August, my grandma passed away in November. Then my mom passed away in April, and that year was pretty tough because 5 months later, after my mom was gone, one of my uncles passed away too. So it was a
Oh my
pretty tough
God.
year, man. And many people in my family, after my mom passed away, like they talk like she's not gonna come back. Like, but I was saying like I'm just coming back for my mom funeral. I have to go back and end my school year, my classes, everything, my exams, everything. Like I couldn't believe like they think
You
that
was gonna
because
quit? They thought you was gonna
by
quit?
by by that day I knew like that was my escape. I
Right.
mean I had my 4 years of school like I only had to play basketball and be good at the school, like as easy as that.
Hmm.
It wasn't. It's not easy, but you know
I
what I'm
know. I
saying.
know what you're saying.
So I knew my mom was feeling just safe or good, like just thinking like she's gonna be good like the next 4 years at least because she have an education and she's gonna be playing basketball and pursuing her dreams. So that was my mindset.
Right.
So after my mom passed away, I finished my sophomore year. I graduate and I transferred to Louisiana Tech. This is a D1 school in Louisiana. We were in the Conference USA.
Mm.
I had another good options to go, but I think by the time I thought it was a good decision for me to go there. But I think I precipitate myself just for the fact I wanted to go at D1 school, and
Explain.
maybe I could develop myself in a D2 school. But I guess I had to go through that year because now it was an awful year. I don't know, like it was an awful year. I was so depressed because things didn't go as I wanted.
Uh-huh.
So
On the
I
court.
started mixing, yeah, on the court. On the court, yeah, I was good at classes though. I was a good student, but it just they didn't play me, and it wasn't like I did something wrong or I was. It just their decision. They only
Hmm.
play 8 players in the whole year, and things every week got worse for me. Like I was so depressed, and coaches. I feel I don't even want to talk about these coaches, but I don't know. It was a tough year for me. Thanks God, like the assistant coaches, they were there for me
Hmm.
and they were encouraged me because I was really depressed because I started mixing my mom's
Hmm.
death with the year I was having. I wasn't playing basketball. I was alone. I was sad and a bad mix of so many things that was like just driving me crazy. I
Right.
was so depressed. Uh, what I like, I look back and I say, Maria, good job. I never stopped working out.
Hmm.
I never stopped. I didn't give up on my classes. I had good grades.
Right.
I was doing extra gym. I was going extra to shoot. The things I could control.
Yeah,
I
of
mean,
course, of course, of course.
it was just like that. So by the end of the year, I just tell the coaches like, hey, I'm gone. I don't want to be here next year. My dreams are others. I know this is a good school, and I know this is a big school. We are in a good conference, talking about basketball wise, but it's just not gonna work for me here.
Hmm.
And I need to find happiness in basketball again. I need to find myself in the game of basketball again. And I just transferred to Angel State, D2 school in Texas, and it was the best decision.
Yeah.
Like Coach Hippie just opened her arms, in, like everything. Like she was my friend, she was my coach, she was my encourage. Like she was really good with me. Like she recruited me from my freshman year, so
Uh,
she knew all my transition. She knew all about my mom. She knew all about. And I guess when I decided to go to school, I just got blind by the fact that I wanted to go to a D1 school.
Everybody gets that so mixed up. The D1, gotta go D1. It's gotta be the
Yeah,
biggest. That and sometimes we don't look at what's best for us, but we look at what's the biggest thing, the shiny like going D1. But sometimes that's not always the best situation. But at least she was there for you and still showed her support by still bringing you on. And like you said, it was the best decision for you.
yeah. Yeah, and I was even good at everything around, like the place I was staying, like the money the school was helping us, like the teammates, the team was really good, and I recovered my confidence, I recovered my happiness in the game. Man, it was just a total different thing, and it was myself again, like
Right.
playing basketball. I was so nervous in Tech, like I was traveling with the ball, I was terrible, man. It was a whole awful year, awful year.
Man, when you're not when your mind is not there, and I feel like every basketball player has those moments where they be like, "Man, I suck. Like I just can't play right now. As good as you
Yeah, I was
are,
like that.
everybody. If you every basketball player has had that moment. Where it's just like, man, I
Yeah,
suck.
yes, but the important thing that I feel like I learned from my year at Tech was, man, like I got tougher, I guess.
Mm.
I mean, I say now it was an awful year, but I guess it taught me a lot,
Uh huh.
a lot of things that it made me became a better player, a better person. It made me grow. My last year at college, I enjoyed so much. After I was done with school and everything, I knew I had numbers. I knew I have something that to help me to pursue the last one
Hmm.
dream that be a pro player.
I got a question. So that time when you're at Tech, compare that to the conversation we had when we talked not too long ago.
Yeah.
Do you feel like that situation that you had there is something that helped you deal with this situation that you had? It looked like you're playing pretty
Yeah.
good now, you know?
Yeah. Yeah. Because I was, I told you
Mm-hmm.
how I was feeling, and man, I just one thing one coach told me when I was in college is like the only thing you only put your head down is to work there.
Mm.
So I did that pretty much here too. I just say like, okay, it's about the stuff I told you, but I can't control that. The
Right.
only thing I can control is being in shape, is being clear in my mind, is being happy with myself, and I just focus on that and think is better. Think
Yeah.
has
It
got
look. I
better
mean, it
since we
looked better.
talked,
Yeah.
and we on the road to play the final four next weekend.
Next weekend.
So yeah, it's gonna be in Neuquén, the south down,
Mm-hmm.
and
Okay.
it's I'm happy, like yeah, I had a championship this year too in Colombia. We won the championship in Bucaramanga with the
Oh, okay.
with the Bucaramanga team. So I mean, it feels good.
It
I
does.
hope I start like a streak like you know,
Ah,
championships in a row.
I hope you get that too. So tell me a little bit about the differences from like playing in Colombia, or just tell me one of the biggest differences from playing from in America and playing in like foreign countries. You know.
Yeah, I admire so much the process, like the mindset that college uh, works. Like it's totally different. Like I feel I was lucky to live my transition from like a regular player, college player, and a pro player. Because like honestly, you became a pro player in college.
Mm-hmm.
Like the way that you have a preseason, like the way how you work during the season, and the way how you work in postseason. Like it makes you better, and really makes you ahead of so many people of your age around the world.
Of course.
Because that experience is really something that I believe many countries have
Adapt.
to look up and say like, hey, and copy because it's working, it works. And I guess the biggest transition is like the difference is like, well, a season like teams in during the season works differently. Like they don't have maybe the money or the time to spend to create a process like that or a long process, 4 year process. And I mean, it's different. The basketball in the US is more faster. It's more like skills. It's more like when I play in Europe, the basketball was slower. It was very like mm, technical, I guess.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. I don't know if
Well,
I
you can use
understand myself
technical.
well, but
Yeah, you can say technical.
yeah, but in DA, if you are good and you are good, I have teammates like they were really, really freaking good, and they can resolve the game. And they, you just give them the ball and they just do their part, and they trust you also on your stuff. But it's a tough basketball too. Europe is a tough basketball too, and here in Latin America, I feel it's more like European basketball. I feel
In Europe.
respecting some difference in the process and in the leagues, in the importance of the leagues. But we play more technical and yeah, but definitely the basketball in the US is more quicker, is more tougher, is more, you know, like
Yeah.
it's different. But I feel they're both good.
I feel like
Like
that's because, well, like in America, they have all the skills. They jump high, they're faster. And I feel like that's a problem. Not a problem, but that's why sometimes a lot of guys in America don't adjust to playing overseas because you do
mhm.
have to like slow the game down sometimes and be more technical because not everybody can run and jump as fast as you can, and they're not going to just give you the ball and say, "Hey, go score 30
Resolve.
every single time." You have to work this system, and some guys don't know how to really work the system because they're just so used to just running and jumping and dunking and playing crazy, really. you know. So
Yeah.
you say you played in Europe. What else places, like in your whole career, what have been the places that you've played in, like yeah, so far?
Well, in my whole career, I play in Colombia. I had the opportunity to play minor league, like a 16, 17 years old league in Australia,
Mm-hmm.
because I went for like an international student exchange when
Mm-hmm.
I was 16, 17 years old. So I was just going for to learn English, but 6 months without playing basketball, I had to look somewhere to play. So I found this team in Melbourne Tigers, and I just played
Okay.
the local league, like the kids league. Like it was pretty fun.
Mm-hmm.
It taught me a lot too, and it was a nice experience. After I played in the US, my first experience as a pro was in Spain, in the Liga Femenina 2, in the League 2 in Spain. Then I finished the season there. Then I signed in Romania. I
Okay.
played in Romania like a few months. It was a nice experience too. I did good numbers too, but I have to go home before the year was done because some trouble with the papers they didn't want to make. It wasn't my fault. And so I get back to Colombia, and this year I went to Mexico to play the
Okay.
league, the pro league, and I finished the league there. We end up in the playoff. We lost in the playoff, and so I went home. The Colombian league was about to start, so I say, why not?
Why
I
not?
wanted to play. Like the options were good. Like the team had a good sponsor. We had a good team, so I said, like, must be nice. So I
What's the
played the
team?
Colombian league, Hormigas, Hormigas,
What city?
Bucaramanga.
Ah.
Yeah, I was late. I just,
I
it was just perfect. I was playing perfect hometown. It was just sounds perfect for me, so I took it.
mean.
And I mean that was over the summer, so
Oh yeah.
no other leagues were playing. And after I was down there, we were champions. I was the top scorer, and I was the MVP.
You always a scorer. You
And
always been a scorer.
I know. So after that, I just stayed home for 2 months, maybe 2 months and a half, just working on my brain, just preparing myself for what was going next. I didn't know I was coming to Argentina. We were working other things with my agent, but that didn't work out. So it appears this opportunity. So I took it. I say Argentina league is a good league.
Mm-hmm.
Um, it's a long league, so I'm gonna have work until May, April. So I'm happy really to be here. I feel like every experience teach you. I feel like you're still learning at
Always.
your year what in pro. Yeah,
I
I know.
I'm
So
year
I just
9. Yeah.
embrace the whole experience. Nothing is holding me back. And I'm pretty good right now at this point of my life.
Yeah. Um I know you're not with Chiki no more.
No. Oh no. Are we friends now though? After many years, we friends now. We talk. Okay.
So how like since you do because for me that's probably been one of the biggest like I would say difficulties is dealing with like
Mhm.
relationships in this life.
We're two, man. We're two. I just, oh my God.
So that's
Uh,
why I wanted to ask you
I think I'm
from
single a week ago. I
really.
become single a week ago. Yeah.
Oh my god, I feel like that part of the game for like I want to ask from like a female side of it because I know from just me and even like some of my friends that like been in the game a long time. Relationships is just like the hardest thing. They just don't work. They just it's just hard. And it's like,
Yeah, it's hard. It's hard to find somebody who really understand our profession, who really understand, like, where, man, we are not just running like with a ball in our hands. Like, it's not just like that. Like, it's tough. It's every day we have to wake up and be the best version of ourselves. Just work
hmm
harder because we are the foragings. I mean, I feel, I don't know if the relationships are with, like, for us, because we are every season in different countries.
uh-huh.
But if somebody like want to be with us, that they gotta understand like our whole life and understand that we may be gonna be apart. We need somebody who can trust, trust us. Like, no somebody insecure, no somebody like, no, like, this the life we choose,
This,
as
yeah,
the other
man.
person choose their life. Like, we don't need nobody who come here to our house and tell and changes the rules. Like,
Right,
no, we've been working really hard for this, like, for many years before that person, before you even know.
right.
And I feel they gotta respect that part. And if you can find nobody like who can trust you, who can understand like the life we are on, like, I think it's better to stay single.
I'm not even gonna lie. Like, in well, at the end of the year, the first, January 1st, I turned 33. And I ain't even gonna lie, I'm looking for love. Like, I just need someone.
Yeah,
I'm just tired of just, but it's too hard. Like you said, I don't live in
yeah,
the state. I'm gone 8, 9 months at a time, and then I'm in this country, and then I might not see you for 6 months, and then you might see me for a month. And as much as the other person say they want to be with you and they understand, you
it's
don't
tough.
understand until you actually, I'm gone for 6 months at a time, and you're saying, oh, I understand. No, you don't really understand. It's very tough. And I feel like it's like, how do I turn away from my purpose of what like you said, I work so hard for this every single day, all the time. My head down, I'm grinding. It's going to make a better life for me. This is like not even just my career, but then like my business comes from this, and what I create
Hmm.
comes from this. And when we are not playing, we get so depressed, and it's like a huge part of us that you just can't take away. How do I substitute that? For whoever I'm with, and they understand that in majority of the times, I like, okay, like with my relationship with Soki at the time, she was in a different
Hmm.
country.
Okay, that's what I want to say. My mom was at his marriage. She testified over there. She was right there.
I'm not even gonna bring her up. My
Yeah.
God. Anyways, but it's just like you meet people from other countries, and I feel like that's just been the hardest for me because almost every relationship I've had, even after her, was someone from a different country, and it
Hmm.
never works out because I live in a different country. It's not like I'm, well, okay, when I'm done, I'm coming home, but your home is not my home. And even
Hmm.
more so for me now, I have a daughter. So I'm not finna go. The first
Hmm.
thing to do is gonna go see you. I'm finna go to my go home to go see my daughter. And I already spent 7 months away, and I got probably 3 months left before I gotta go again. Majority of that time is gonna be with her. You know. So I feel like that relationship. Oh man, that's it. Anyways, so
Yeah, we
moving.
don't even bring that topic. Like, no, I don't even talk about that. I think, but for me, like, I'm in my third year, so I'm just, man, I haven't been single in a while. Let's see, let's see what happened. Like,
I wish you luck. That's all I can say. I wish you luck. So, one thing I always wonder, like, what are some of the like difficulties it takes for like female basketball players overseas? Like, what are some of the difficulties that you face with being like a basketball player and traveling? Because I'm pretty sure it's a different situation. Like us guys, they might not try us as
Yeah,
much.
they like. I feel like I can say like we like Kimsa is a good club. Like they have been. I mean, they really treat us good, but I feel like the wage gap. I feel like
Mm.
the treatment that we get from institution as a women is totally different. Like it's nothing different like the world we live in. Talking about that, like the wage gap is huge. Starting from that, I
How
feel
huge?
we are we are under undervalued. Like for real, like we do the same as you. We left the country for 9 years, for 9 months,
Yeah.
for like it's the same. But like really, like the wage gap between guys and women in sports is, or at least in basketball, is really big. And the treatment, like guys, I don't know, it's just small things, but I feel you understand.
What are the small things? That's what I want to know. I want to.
Like for example, like the guys team has a psychologist, like a two kines, like stuff like we only have one like kinesiology, like
Uh huh.
like a kine. And I mean it's like it's like they have us there because they had to have a women's team,
You don't feel
but
appreciated.
it's
You don't feel appreciated.
yeah, yeah, that too. And I feel that I face this so much in my country and between my friends too. Like they really think still like I'm just playing to, I'm just still playing to be like the pro player. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
just Maria. When you gonna stop? Like man, I'm not gonna stop. I'm a pro player now.
Mm-hmm.
Like stop playing with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like what? Like you don't believe in me? You don't believe like I'm a pro player because I'm a girl? Because of what? Like I'm always. I don't need to nobody to tell me what I am. I know
Right.
what I am. I
Right.
know. I know what I have to do to be like to be good at my sport and at
Yeah.
this thing. So it's yeah. Talking about like something I face is that like it's really I mean, now I find it like pointless to fight with boys or with friends who really don't appreciate or don't understand or don't believe in my process, in this process, or
Oh man.
what I have done to be here.
Right.
Like so many people appear now because right now you know, yeah, she did it. No,
Mm-hmm.
but when I was in the process in college, many people ghost from me. Like many people just laugh at my process, laugh at my bad situation, and maybe didn't think that I could make it.
Mm-hmm.
So I guess I knew that, but I never listened to that because I knew the way to my process. I was like in a tunnel vision. My
Right.
my college career was like a tunnel vision because it was really tough, Arnold. After I lost my mom, my life changed.
I can't
I
even.
think you see how my mom was with me.
Mm-hmm.
Like everything like I had, like she gave me everything. She gave me all the love I need, all the understanding, all the she was a
Yeah.
man lady, like, and I don't have dad, I don't have brother and sister, so it was really tough to lose her. But she always gave me an education that inspired me to just open my wings and fly.
Mm-hmm.
So that's what I've been doing my whole life. That was my talk when I was in college. I said like, man, I'm here for a reason. I'm here for a reason. Like I just gotta go follow the steps. Like I'm
Mm-hmm.
on the right pattern. I'm on the right path. Like I just gotta just do what I have to do,
Right.
and that's what I did.
All right. I definitely understand you on that because for me, um, last year I lost my father. You know, playing overseas, and I had to leave and go bury him. I couldn't even imagine, especially like during your age. At least I was 31. Even though it don't matter when you lose them, you lose them. But
Hmm.
for you to see how far that you came from that situation to here, like man, it's amazing. You know, I'm so proud of you. You know, see how far you've come, see how you keep going, how you keep doing your thing. Because I know how it is to be trying to pursue your dreams and then have the closest people to you get taken away, and then you still, and then everybody's doubting you and telling you that you, oh, I'm waiting for you. I figured you would quit, you know, but the hell with them. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're still here, still grinding,
Exactly.
still doing your thing, man. So we always got to do it for ourselves. Like you said, a ton of vision doing it for
Right.
ourselves. You know, I always believe in you. From the first time, I sound like, yeah, she got it. She going, you know what I'm saying? So I'm very glad. I'm very, very proud of you. I'm glad. I don't know. We ain't never gonna get to see each other because I'm down here and you were, but at least we in the same country again. You know.
Yeah, 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 yeah.
So my last question I believe I asked is like, what is your ultimate goal? Like, when you're done with basketball, you know, long time from now, but when you're done, like, what is the goal? Like, what is the, like, okay, I've done everything that I was supposed to do. What does that look like to you? Like, what is that? What do you see?
I imagine, I imagine finishing my basketball career like at 30 something. By that time, I want to have all my business settled, like all my brands
Mm-hmm.
settled. Like it's not only a clothes brand. I want like something real. I want to. I have many projects. I really like this social service, and I so many talent in my town that they just people in Colombia don't invest in sports like
Mm-hmm.
how they should. I so many kids that don't have the privilege that I had just get loose in the teenage age, like at
Teenage age.
14,
Yeah.
16, yeah, teenager age. So I want to help. I mean, I have a whole project, but something like COVID did, like we not only basketball but other sports and help
Mm-hmm.
people get through college in my country to get through college international, like just be that help that I always look to like hope to find when I was starting this process.
Right.
I guess, man, I believe in God in all His reasons. Like they put me into all this process, and as I tell you, it was hard to find for me a Colombian woman, a Colombian girl from Colombia to like nobody scout me. Like in my under 15 South American, like the process was over there, was cut there. We didn't go to the next stage, so we didn't get to scout to watch us or something like that. So I wanna help this community. I like to work with this community, and I believe that I want them to believe that this is a lifestyle that you
Mm.
can find like door opens, like change your life
Right.
to being a sportman, to being in the sport. So that's my dream. I end up like not finishing my basketball and say like, hey, the hell, no more basketball for me. No, I wanted to be involved with the communities. I wanted to help more people to chase the dream I had to.
Okay. Yeah, that's great, man. And I feel like we're on our way because if we have that thought now, you know, because I find that so hard to believe because when I first saw you, I was like, dang, she must be getting recruited by somebody because you was just too good, you know. But you don't really
Yeah.
know like nobody's really looking and nobody's really helping, you know, because
And I bet it happens in many countries that are undervalued.
yeah, that's the
But there is
word,
talent and yeah.
undervalued. So if you have one thing that you could tell like a young athlete, a young teenager, 14, 15, she want to play one day, what's one piece of advice you can give her right now so she can like okay, she can believe that she can do exactly what you've done.
It sounds like everybody says, but don't stop dreaming.
Hmm.
Don't stop working towards that dream. I mean, you can be a teenager and have a normal life. Like you can go to parties, you can be with friends. I mean, you gotta be good in the school. You gotta be a normal people, but always focus on what really want to, like you want for your future.
Mm-hmm.
Like you know me, I was a normal kid, but I always was like working out, and I
Mm-hmm.
guess uh, I built more character in college,
Mm-hmm.
like more this stuff I told you, like work extra and all that. But I mean, I always had that dream in my heart, in my head, even when I was studying dentistry. That year before my offer came, that December 31st, I was eating my grapes. You know, we eat grapes for wishes.
Oh
And I say like,
yeah, I
man,
forgot
I
about
say
that.
like, yeah. So I say, man, God, this is the year, man. I'm gonna be 19 this year. I gotta go. This is gonna be the year. And I never, as I told you at the beginning, like I always felt that it was gonna happen. I always had that faith. I always had that in mind. That was my focus, and it happened. I don't know. It, it happened. So other thing important is to study, I guess. And basketball can stop tomorrow. Like you know an injury, you know nothing, but you have to have something else. Like education is
Mm-hmm.
something important. It's something that you have to have. Like need your high school degree, go to college. Like it does not only for have some title. It's all the things you learn
You're right.
in university, all the people you met, all the people you know, all this the stuff they show you that
Right.
you might on your own you're not gonna look at. So it's the whole process what you have to enjoy. It's the whole process what really matters. What really, I mean, we talking about the end, whatever, but it's really the process what teach you every day.
Right.
So enjoy the process.
Enjoy the process, man. I appreciate you coming on. It was great to talk to you. Don't let it be another 7 years before we talk
I
to each
know.
other.
Yeah,
You
that's right.
know. And I hope you. I wish
I'm
y'all.
glad we can communicate now, though.
Right.
Yeah, at least we can communicate now.
Right.
Yeah.
We can. When is y'all games? When is the game you say for the Final Four?
Well, we play this Friday and Saturday. If we win on Friday, we play the final Saturday. These are four teams. Montmartre from Cordova, I think they're from.
Mm-hmm.
Neuquén, that's Union Pacifico, that's our first game. And Obras from Buenos Aires.
Obras. Yeah, I know
Obras.
Obras. How you
Yeah.
feel? You think y'all gonna do it? You think y'all gonna
And
win?
Kimsa. So
Think y'all
we're
gonna?
gonna go for that trophy. What'd you say?
You think y'all gonna win it?
Yeah, I think I trust my team. We got a good team. We got a good staff. We got a good environment. Like, man, the only thing is like I think they're gonna sign that by bus. It's like 18 hours. It's crazy, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. But yeah, the whole team is really high. The whole team really wants to get that mid season trophy because that would be amazing for next year for everybody because we're gonna have
Yeah.
we're gonna play the South American League, so it must be nice.
All right, man. I hope y'all get it too. I'm gonna be watching. I got the basketball pass.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be watching, man.
All
Bring
right,
home
man.
that. I
Thank
tell
you
you,
very
I want
much.
it. I'll bring home that trophy, man. So
Yes, yes, man.
it was great
Yeah.
talking to you. I'm glad I got you on, and we'll keep in contact. First, tell everybody where they can find you, your brand, so they can know where to go and check out your stuff and all that. Let people know where they can find you.
Okay, my personal Instagram is D, Panchita D622, Panchita D622, and my brand profile is Delgado Suarez 622. So these are my two profiles. I personally, it's me who is responding. So, I mean,
Reach out.
that's all my social media that
I got it.
I use more.
I'm gonna have all her links inside of my bio on my YouTube, on my podcast, so y'all can go check her out. Pancha, thank you. We'll keep in touch. All right.
Thank you. Thanks to you. Great talk. I hope see you soon. Like I don't know.
I don't know. You never
I'll see
know.
if we can cross patterns like some at some time during the season.
Hopefully, I
We'll
mean,
see.
we're here. We'll make it happen. We're gonna happen. I'm gonna just
All
call it. I'm
right.
gonna speak it. It's gonna happen. All right,
All right.
perfect.
All right,
Bye.
Luis. Bye bye. Thank you.
All right, man. That's all we got for today's episode. That was a great friend of mine for a long time. Make sure y'all go show her support on her page. I'll have all her links in the bio. You know, it's always good to connect with people that you meet along your basketball path, your journey in life, and you're just always glad to see them doing good. I'm so happy that she's, where she's at in her life because she's been through so much. That's a good friend of mine, and I'm so happy for her. That's all we got for this episode. Until next time.